Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Sauce, talking SEC here, college football week 6. Got LSU on the road at Mizzou. Missouri catching 6.5 points at home here. Totals at 64.5. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
So action's all over Missouri in this one. Heavy public dog. Everyone's taking the points. Everyone's taking Mizzou. Line still hasn't moved at all. It's been sitting at 6.5 all week. This is going to be one we got to keep an eye on.
Update. So after recording this one, the line finally did move. It's now down to Missouri plus 4.5. Action still on Missouri.
So as far as matchup history, these two teams haven't played since 2020. Missouri won that game 45-41, but that was 3 years ago, so honestly, who cares? So let's match these two teams up on the field, and I can see why a lot of people like Missouri here. Brady Cook's been cooking, pun intended. In his last 3 games, Brady Cook is averaging 364 pass yards per game, 8 touchdowns, no picks, with a passer rating over 192. The man helping Brady Cook accomplish that deserves a lot of the credit as well. Luther Burden. If you haven't heard of him yet, you will soon. He led Missouri with 6 touchdown catches last year as a true freshman. This year, as a sophomore, he leads the entire country with 644 yards receiving. And he's really starting to go off. In the last 3 weeks, he's got 28 catches for 431 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's just in the last 3 weeks. You will most likely see this guy in the 2025 NFL draft. He's just a true sophomore. Kind of reminds me of Deebo Samuel. He's only listed at 5'11". He's not a super tall dude, but really good after the catch, and he runs hard after the catch, kind of like Deebo does. And it's got to be kind of scary for LSU seeing what Missouri's offense has been doing, because what Jackson Dart and Ole Miss just did to that LSU secondary should be illegal. Jackson Dart went absolutely nuts. 26 of 39, 389 yards and 4 touchdowns, a 184 passer rating. And if you're thinking, all right, well, maybe LSU was focused on shutting the run game down, try again, because Ole Miss also rushed for 317 yards and 6.5 yards per carry on them. LSU's defense was basically non-existent last week. This has officially become a problem, in my opinion. I mean, we've now seen Florida State, Ole Miss, and even Arkansas all have basically no problems moving the ball up and down the field on LSU and scoring points in the red zone on this defense. Tigers are now the 86th ranked defense in the FBS, 99th in effective rush, 63rd in effective pass. Now, to be fair, we can't really compare Brady Cook in this Missouri offense to Jordan Travis in Florida State or even Jackson Dart at Ole Miss, but this Missouri offense is scoring, man. I mean, they scored 30 on Kansas State, 34 on Memphis, 38 on Vanderbilt. So offense is putting points on the board. Keep in mind, this is the first year with Kirby Moore at OC for Missouri. They brought him in as offensive coordinator. He comes from Fresno State, and that's always an explosive offense year in and year out. He was there during the Jake Haener years. This might be the first look we're getting at a new brand of Missouri football. I think they're going to move the ball and score points on LSU just like those other offenses did. But now we got to flip it around and talk about the LSU offense. We can sit here and talk shit about the LSU defense until our faces turn blue, but the truth is, Jaden Daniels and that LSU offense is an absolute problem. They're the 4th highest rated offense in the entire FBS, 31st in effective rush, 7th in effective pass. Missouri definitely has a solid defense, but they're really much better at stopping the run. They're definitely vulnerable to the pass. They're just 75th in passer rating allowed, 48th in yards per pass attempt allowed, and 68th in effective pass. Why do you think Missouri played such close games against teams like Memphis, Middle Tennessee, Kansas? Well, Kansas State's good. It's probably a bad example. Kansas State's a good team. But the other two, why do you think they were able to keep the game so close to Missouri? Because they have passing offenses, and that's Missouri's defensive weakness. LSU is one of the most electric passing games in the entire country, and they're hot right now. I know not everyone's big on LSU right now based on what we've seen the last couple games, but they are red hot. LSU's averaging over 41 points a game in their last 3, and those games were at Mississippi State, Arkansas, and at Ole Miss. Not that those are elite defenses, but I mean, LSU's averaging over 41 points a game against SEC teams right now. 2 of those 3 games were on the road. This offense just cannot be stopped. So as far as what I'm personally betting here, I'm expecting both teams to score points. But the problem is the public is slamming the over. Everyone's taking the over. It's been bet all the way up to 64.5. I think I even saw it at 65. So I'm just going to rock with LSU in a bounce back spot. That offense is just too powerful. And although I do think Brady Cook and the Missouri offense makes plays in this one, I think the LSU defense has a bit of a bounce back game and makes a play or two of their own. So I'm going to lay them. Give me LSU minus 6.5 here. If you want my top bets, parlays of the day, if you want to join our Discord, or you want to get on the NFL Against the Spread giveaway contest, head over to KyleKirms.com. All the information's right there on the homepage. College football week 6, a lot of value on the board here. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in Discord.